Dennis, I gotta use the strong hand.
And welcome to episode 77 of Ripping the Rack podcast. We are the longest running weekly episodic podcast regarding Candlepin Bowling on the interwebs today. Disregard the man having a seizure and the other guy just laughing. So we're off the rails already. And that's okay because that's our show. We're an off the rails type of show. Welcome, Brian. How you doing? Let's introduce the people today. We have no Marky today. Marky is traveling back from the wondiferous state of Colorado. Where hopefully he did not get body slammed.
He didn't. Johnny got choked out, but you can hear about that on Sunday.
Nice.
Wait.
I am one of your hosts. My name is Tim. With me today is we're going to go with the Coastal Crusader, Mr. Brian Athern. Brian, how you doing?
I'm very well. In fact, I want to give a big shout out to my little man Colin. Happy 3rd birthday, buddy.
Is he going to listen to the show?
He might.
Nice. Okay.
But now it's recorded forever.
Get the tips. That's right. Happy birthday, Colin. My favorite little dude that doesn't like me.
He's warming up to you. He calls you
finally.
Uncle Tim now.
Well, kind of. That's what your wiener says to you every night. Your little dude that doesn't like you.
Wow. That went off the...
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Use your strong hand.
Oh my God, Calvin, how you doing? The King of the North is with us today.
Oh, he's the jester of the North.
Dandy. I'm not bowling tonight, so it's great.
Oh, that's right. You didn't bowl tonight. How come?
No, well, because bowling's on Wednesdays, Tim.
Oh my God.
Oh man, it is a good thing that picture behind you is so handsome. Because holy hell, is this ever terrible?
Oh my God.
Tim, why aren't you bowling tonight?
Yeah, holy Jesus.
I am behind me. See? Right behind me.
Yeah, good job, Tim.
Oh,
good job.
What are we talking about, Tim?
Oh my God.
What the...
Holy hell, you're so dumb. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Tim chokes himself out,
yeah,
I have a story to tell. So
go ahead,
last Wednesday, Tim,
oh my God,
when I bowled in my league, I was not bowling particularly well, and I wanted to switch positions in our lineup. And
sorry, I went immediately to you and Julie switching positions, and
Tim, save that for your strong hand later, would you?
And your little dude that doesn't like you.
Yeah, your little guy that doesn't upset you. You can deal with that later. So I wanted to switch the lineup because I wasn't bowling well, so I switched it. And a guy in the other team said, "No, we don't switch lineups in this league." I said, "Oh, well, we haven't thrown the first ball. It's not a problem." He goes, No, like at all. Once you put your lineup down, that's your lineup for the rest of the night. And I was just so baffled. And I was like, no, that can't be right. So I told my captain, I said, man, go get the manager, or whoever's in charge of the league. We'll have to have a chat. And he goes in, he comes out. No, you can't change the lineup. It's a house rule. Like, I've never heard of that before. Where in anywhere is there house rules that you could just not change the lineup?
Everywhere.
I have never been able to change the lineup in any league I've bowled in, but then again, it doesn't come up that often.
Well, I was just going to say, I don't... Oh, by the way, I would like to congratulate the Boston Celtics on...
they blew it?
Really showing up this year. They had a 19-point lead. They just blew it in 4 minutes, and now they're down 119 to 112. So congratulations to the Celtics. Enjoy your non-playoff season.
Very nice.
Anyway, and I do want to give a shout-out. Jerry Remy, rest in peace, buddy. That sucks for us Red Sox fans who grew up with the Red Sox. Jerry Remy is the reason why I wanted to play second base and why I played second base until I realized I truly suck at second base and moved to the outfield where I was much, much better. But anyway, sad passing of Jerry Remy. So
they're getting outscored 32-9 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
they're absolutely dog shit.
Oh, they're for a team that's supposed to be good, they're absolutely terrible.
Like
or as Charles Barkley would say, they're terrible.
That's terrible.
Shit.
Anyway, so Calvin,
Shaq would be like, that's terrible.
I have never run across that in my 30 plus years of bowling adult leagues. I'm sure at some point I've tried. I think possibly. I don't know.
I was just perplexed. Like, why can't I change my lineup?
And that brings up a good point. Is why that is why can't you, if you've bowled the first string, and let's say you want to move the fifth guy to fourth and the fourth guy to fifth.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you? After the first string's done.
I don't see any reason why.
Like I just don't understand. And they wouldn't give me a why answer. It was just it's a house rule.
Because you know why? Because it's been done that way for 40 years. They don't feel like changing.
Probably. And here's another one.
But again,
they were telling me,
why would that be a rule in the first place?
Right. I don't understand. And it's not, and trust me, folks, it's not automated scoring. It's not, it could take time to change the lineup. It's on a score sheet that is projected, and everybody can see it. Like, it's not. So I don't get it. And here's another one they told me. A buddy of mine. They said they call it the whatever rule. They call it the Steph rule. There's a guy in the league. His name's Steph, and they didn't understand when you throw the ball in the gutter and you take out a pin, you can reset on your first ball. And on your second ball, if you hit something out of the gutter, you get to reset again.
Yeah.
No, they didn't think that was a rule. They thought whatever you get on your first, when you throw it in the gutter on your first ball, they reset. But on the second ball, they were just counting 0 pins. So if you knock down like
10,
you never get 10. You'll never get 10 because they take away the pin. And then they changed it a couple of years ago, saying no, it's the Steph rule now. And I'm like, no, that's the Candlepin rule.
Yeah, it's actually in the rule books,
right? But they thought no, we just call that a 0 on. I'm like, no, you can't just call that a 0. Like you have to have a chance at 10. That's essentially the whole difference between Candlepin bowling and every other bowling.
Yeah, you always have a chance for 10.
Yeah, but no, apparently it's a Steph rule. I'm like, no, it's a Candlepin rule.
Man, when you bowling, like, is your league called Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Yeah. Where you throw the balls
are made up
and
the rules
pins
really don't matter?
Oh, I was going with you throw the balls and the pins don't matter.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm perplexed. Month and a half, and I've finally hit the perplexed.
You probably went in every week going, what new is going to happen this week? And now you're like, I kind of hope nothing new happens this week.
I'm kind of excited. I want to see what other fake rules they can come up with. I don't know. Have you ever bowled in a place where there's been house rules?
I mean, it's usually related to lob lines or foul lights or.
Well, I mean,
things. Things like that because the house may not have.
Yeah.
The house may not have foul lights, so the house rule is whatever.
There are none. That's most of your leagues nowadays. Honestly, I'd say 90% of the leagues down here, if you go over the foul line, no one will say a word.
No,
Hey,
I
actually,
can't
while
imagine.
I'm at it, can we call out someone? I'd like to call out someone for
excited.
being just such a nice, fun dude. I don't know him. I have no idea who this person is. And I probably
legit though, or are
I
we
legit
making a
know that
stupid
I know
comment?
I know the name,
Okay.
but I don't know as if I've ever met them or anything else. So I jokingly put a post up on Candlepin Chat tonight. This is Monday night.
Mhm.
Just a joke. Everyone's selling World's tickets, bowling balls, blah blah blah. So I was like, I just want to announce that I'm not selling anything, but if you want to Venmo me money, feel free. You know, just being funny because, well, I'm selling tickets. I put
Mhm.
that on that I'm selling tickets.
Yeah.
So Justin Lapanese.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Lapanese. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let me just read you what he wrote because I think it's really cool. So, wow, hey, congrats that you're financially privileged to afford your World's trip every year and you don't need to sell raffle tickets to help cover the cost. But don't troll and piss on all your fellow bowlers that do sell them. Makes you look snobby and classless. And FYI, your podcast sucks. We have a fan.
Hey!
Hey!
Want to get right on the line? There you go.
We have a fan.
Celebrate
We
good
have a
times.
fan.
Come on. Celebrate. Celebrate.
Always
Celebrate
appreciate
good
feedback, man.
times. Come on.
Huh?
But you know what it means? If he
What?
thinks it sucks, it means
It means he listened.
Exactly. Hey, Justin, thanks for listening, my
Thanks for
pal.
listening, pal.
Thanks, buddy. Maybe we'll see you in the. Hold on, let's check the rosters and let's see. Are we going to see you in the Worlds?
Justin,
Nationals.
Justin.
Nationals.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Nationals. Let's see. I'm
There's a
looking.
team. There's a team called the Nationals.
I'm looking.
No, that's what the tournament is. We don't want to make Corey angry.
Oh,
already
don't
did
make
that.
Corey angry.
Well, he's not on the roster list that I have. Maybe he's on the roster list that someone else has.
We'll see.
Okay.
So hopefully he's there, buddy. If you're there, come say hi.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want an autograph from Brian or Calvin next time you see them, just come up and ask them. They will not charge you for an autograph. That's on me. I will make that decision and
That's
let
white of
you
you, Tim.
know, Justin, that autographs are
That is-
free.
That is white privilege of you, Tim. That is very white privilege of you.
Financial and white privilege.
Yeah.
Oh God. I just read that. I literally just laughed out loud reading that. That's
Yikes.
awesome.
Somebody's time.
All right,
a month,
so hey,
I
let's
think.
get to the rosters while
Let's-
we're talking about it.
No, before that, I do want to talk bracelets.
Yes.
Yes.
This is
bracelets,
very important.
absolutely.
So Evan and Maddy, obviously, like the rest of us in the bowling community, are standing behind Mario in her fight against breast cancer. We all
behind
know
wherever she needs us.
we all know the amount of love she has for the game and the amount of love she has for her friends and family, and you know the just the sheer amount of laughter that she brings to the bowling alley. So Evan and Maddy are selling bracelets to support Mario during her fight. Bracelets are $15 a piece. Any donation above that is obviously appreciated. The money will be going directly to a breast cancer foundation of Mario's choice. The bracelets have been ordered. They'll be here beginning of November, which happy November 1st. We will be taking pre-orders as well. I'm reading directly from her post here. So Venmo and cash will be accepted. You can Venmo Maddy at Maddy Kelly #5. So it's Maddy. What is it? Maddy dash Kelly dash
Underscore, isn't it?
Nope. No, underscore is underneath. This is a dash.
No shit, Sherlock.
That's saying.
Underscore.
Hence the reason why it says underscore, which would be
Holy
down low.
shit.
And again, the bracelets, the front of them say titties, titties, titties. The back of them have the breast cancer, kind of that logo with Mario, the name Mario on there. So let's support Mario. if you can. Anything is great. Even if you can't afford them, that's fine. Just give Mario your hugs. All the more stuff would be fantastic. So
absolutely, yes.
So, and for the Canadian folks, I think excuse me, Maddy
if they get enough orders, I think they're going to send them to Jess.
Yep, and Maddy said that because you guys don't use Venmo, correct?
No.
Is it Cash App or PayPal or something?
PayPal or e-transfer, stuff like that in the States or in Canada. Yeah.
So far, I know they have raised over $1,100 to date.
Keep it up.
So
absolutely
great job, folks. Great job. We have a question.
We do. Okay.
We do. Calvin, I know you got one that's been waiting a while.
Yes. We want to go with this one first? Is that what we're?
Yes.
Is that what that was? Is that what that was leading to?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what your comment was leading to? Okay. One of our most avid listeners, who's a big fan of ours,
that doesn't think our show sucks,
and doesn't think our show sucks.
I think she does because we all think the Habs suck.
Absolutely, the Habs suck. And she would like to know, how did you know it was her? Because I said avid listener.
We have one avid listener.
Yeah, have one avid
listener. Yeah, good call.
Well, because Justin listens and he thinks it sucks. So.
Right. So, essentially, it's kind of a quick answer, but I understand kind of the question as, and let's lead into it, is do you think the amount of steps taken in your approach matters on your speed and accuracy?
Absolutely.
Do you really?
I do. I think it does for me, honestly. If I don't take the right amount of steps or I don't step in the right way, I don't hit shit.
Well,
I don't anyways, because I'm a terrible bowler, but for me, a lot of it is mechanics, and Tim will tell you every week it's all mechanics with me.
Right.
Is that not what you meant? Or
see, I don't know if that's what
or is it your approach style determines how hard or accurate you throw the ball, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's more like, the 3-step approach they say, right? You take the 1, 2. I think that's more. I think that's more where she's
I misunderstood the question then.
We can always answer it both ways because obviously, people who watch me bowl know that I take kind of a different approach on my third ball, depending on how I'm throwing it, of course, and how important the, I guess, moment is. Like if it's the 10th box, we're down by 70, the ball isn't gonna matter. So my different approach there, but I think that's what it is. Do you think the amount of steps taken in your approach matters on your speed and accuracy? So I think that's what she's asking, is whether it's like the 3-step approach or the 4-step approach or.
Well, you look at guys like Holbrook takes a 4-step approach, and is it 4 or 3? I think it's 4, and he's arguably one of the best single pin pickers there is. But then got a guy like
he was 3, but maybe I'm.
And then you got a guy like Troy Dumfrey in Nova Scotia who takes maybe 2.5 and absolutely winds the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters. I think it's all. I think height has a lot to do with it, and I hate to say that, Tim. And I know we shit on that, but you look at guys that are taller, they have longer arms, they throw the ball harder. It's just physics, like Randy Johnson pitching.
Right. Yeah.
That's something we're not thinking about. If you have longer arms, do you have an advantage because you're closer to the head pin?
I don't think so. Tim hasn't been paying attention this whole time.
Not at all.
He's been too busy responding to a post on Facebook. He's He's getting us all into trouble.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I couldn't hold back on that one.
So Tim, do you feel approach style matters in power or accuracy?
Sure, it does. Absolutely, 100%. I guarantee I throw the ball harder than someone that takes one step and throws the ball. I guarantee, absolutely. I absolutely. Tell me someone that takes one step and throws the ball, that throws it harder than I do, that you do, that Brian does.
Or could.
Yeah. I could if I only took one step. I could probably throw it harder than you. Oh my God. Tim, we're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast.
All right. People are responding to me. They're sending me messages. I've got it.
mess with your guys after we're done.
Okay.
Lots of time after we're done.
All right. Okay, I got rid of it. Well, I don't get this fun sometimes.
This is why we don't have fans.
Well, yeah, you're gonna. Okay, Tim, take your video off, and Brian and I will do the rest of the show.
No, we're good.
Time. Yeah,
we're good. No, I do feel that your approach, how many steps you take, how many, a 3-step, a 4-step, a 5-step, a 1 or 2-step. Obviously, that's going to play a part in how your speed of your ball is delivered. Okay. Yes, I have short arms. I throw the ball fairly hard for someone that's not very big because of my approach, because I charge the line. I get my speed from my legs and my hips and how I come through. If I didn't do that, okay, take a Russ Neely, for example. Russ had a very smooth 3-step approach. He didn't throw the ball very hard. Harder than what most people think, but it wasn't very hard. Versus a Matt Penkel, who's 742 feet tall. Extremely long arm swing. He throws the ball fairly hard because of that.
Sean Morrison has a long arm swing and throws the ball really hard for a guy that's not big.
Chris Sargent had a big, long arm swing.
Well, if you look,
Chris Sargent is huge. So
Sargent's forearms are the size of some people's calves.
I know that he's a strong dude. I know that. What I'm saying is, you take those mechanics as well as the approach, and that's going to deliver speed versus.
Look at a guy like Keith Beaupre. He's not very big, but boy, does he hum that ball.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he charges a line.
That's true. Yeah. There's a lot of momentum in a short amount of span.
Yes. So,
kinetic energy. We're going to have bowling physics.
Yeah, right.
Bowling physics. So, yes.
Drink beer, throw ball.
I drink beer, throw ball. I don't know. I personally have never thought too much about how fast or how not fast or whatever I throw the ball. I know how fast I throw the ball. I know for me to be successful, I have to throw the ball a certain speed. My ball is not going to react if I throw it much slower. It just, I've seen it. It just doesn't react that way. Brian, if he slows his ball down, he loses spin.
Mm-hmm. And it's flat.
I know this because I've watched him bowl for 10 plus years. If he's throwing the ball and he's getting the snap of the wrist, he's getting action. It doesn't matter if he's full because he's getting the splash.
All right.
So,
it's like if you drop the ball and you put it in the foul line, you punch more because there's nothing on it. Because you lose your rotation once it hits.
That's not true. I have a very explosive strike that's on Facebook, and it's against Tim Matero, and I hop that thing 3 feet in the air.
Well, you're
against
the king of the north.
Yeah.
And it was on Facebook?
Yeah,
Or on
Worlds. From Worlds. 2007. No, 16.
Oh, I wasn't at that one. That's the year you kicked me off the team.
Yeah.
That was in
2000.
Lakeside.
Yes. 2016, Lakeside.
Oh, that was Friday morning's match. I watched that on the way to the casino.
Yes, it was because we got 7 points. The strike tied the string. We knocked you guys out of playoffs with our 7 points.
He is correct.
No, he might be. I don't remember.
I'll send it to you.
Go ahead. I don't at Lakeside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember bowling you at Lakeside.
Yeah. You won't. You
guys
won't
wore
notice.
maroon shirts that day.
Yes, we did.
Jesus, Brian. All right, Rain Man. Holy.
Yes, we did. I'll send it to you, Tim.
Tim's
Next
baffled right now.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, it's
next question, Tim.
Yeah,
but just so you know, my team thinks Justin is only kidding.
Oh.
So I don't know, Justin, if you're kidding. I don't know. I did not take it.
But hey, thanks for listening. Even if you think it sucks, keep listening. It might get better.
Yeah.
It probably won't, but keep listening.
Oh no,
absolutely.
We're definitely not getting better.
No, not a chance. I don't think we're getting any production value here.
No. Should I comment though? I will comment later about thanks for listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just say thanks for listening.
Yeah. Anyway, so did we answer Angela's question?
Yes.
Yes, essentially.
Okay. So we have a lock letter for days, and I've got to bring it up on the old handy dandy phone app here. So
okay.
The question is, what do you define as an elite bowler? Not who, but what defines an elite bowler? We use the word so much, obviously, like Baker, Surratt, Holbrook. Everyone all considers them elite bowlers. But what really makes a bowler elite? Is it 130 average? Is it a 200 game, 500, 800 series? What do you consider an elite bowler?
There's two answers to this. I mean, there's the short answer, which is it's my opinion, and if you don't like it, whatever.
First off, remember when you tried that and your wife said, "Wow, that sounded kind of arrogant."
Yeah, that's true. So I guess to me, it's just sustained greatness over a period of time. Like you're not an elite bowler. You're a very, very good bowler if you're have success in a 2-year span. Hey, that was good. You're a great bowler for those 2 years. An elite bowler is someone who is going to perform anywhere they show up, any alley. It's not like the elite bowlers don't have. Oh, they don't bowl well here. They bowl well everywhere. They bowl better in some places. They bowl amazing in some places, but they don't really ever bowl bad.
Right.
Bad for them is 6'10". Timmy bowled god awful bag smashed assholes at 544 for an elite bowler. Because Timmy is an elite bowler. Or he was at one time.
It was so bad, man. I really
But I'm just saying
sometime.
You
still a
you wouldn't
bowler.
have done
He's
that
not elite anymore.
in 01, 02, that era. You wouldn't have done that. Your bad would have been 630. It's someone who over a period of time, you don't want to see him. That's the thing. You don't want them with a tie match standing across from your team with 2 boxes to go. You just don't. Those are the elite guys.
But that could be so.
They find a way to win. That's the thing. They find a way. Russ Neely is elite because he found a way to win. He He either pinned you to death if he wasn't making shots, or if he was splitting, he would start cutting things. That's what elite bowlers do. They adapt and they find ways to win.
I'm gonna throw Daly's name out here because he likes to hear his name on the podcast. So Josh Daly, I joke around with him, and because people have said, you're an elite bowler, you're an elite bowler, you're an elite bowler. And I keep coming back to him. I said, dude, you're not elite yet. You're getting there.
Yeah.
He's on his way.
Oh, absolutely.
He does what he's doing right now.
He might get number one spot eventually.
He does what he's doing right now for 8-10 years. There you go, bud. You're elite.
Ooh.
8-10 years of 8-10 years of 130s. Come on. If you're averaging 130 for 8-10 years, nobody does that anymore. But
8-10 years of winning things,
and
averaging 130s, maybe. Yeah. But if he's just averaging 130, I know lots of guys say, granted, I mean, he won a lot of other things, but take a guy like Baker who has only won the Worlds once, and he's done it for 30 years. Not saying that Baker isn't elite, but I'm saying if he hasn't won the Worlds, I'd be like, okay, you
winning a Worlds
when it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Winning a Worlds title is, one thing that everybody strives for. If you don't want that, then why do you bowl in the tournament like that to begin with? Right. I look at it the same way as like Charles Barkley in basketball or Dan Marino in football. To me, personally, championships aren't a end all be all to me. I still think Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, even though he didn't win a Super Bowl. The problem is if you start putting championships in there, and in any sport, there are a number of other people that need to help you once you get there.
Right.
So I think there's two answers, and like Brian said, for me, there's multiple answers to what makes an elite bowler. Right. It is to me, it's a sustained period of time. I don't have a set period of time in my head. I don't have it set that it's 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever.
I didn't either. It was just
no. I know. I'm just saying it's a perception on my part, because it is a personal opinion on if I feel that someone is an elite bowler.
Absolutely.
Okay. I joke with Josh and I say that he's not an elite bowler, but yet he's getting there because he's got the talent, he's got the drive, he's certainly got the ability.
Yeah.
And now it just needs to be a sustained period of time.
He also needs help to be on his side. His shoulder not to get hurt, or his knee not to jam up, or God forbid anything happens to anybody health-wise. But there's some in that too.
Right. So, but for me, a sustained period of time could be 2 years. It could be 4 years. It could be 6 years, whatever it is. If you're sustaining it over, tournament after tournament, match after match, and whatnot, to me, that's what makes an elite bowler. You take your younger guys that are, and I'm using guys, but we can use the girls too as examples. You take Josh Daly, you take a Michael McGinty, you take who else is young? Calvin, Brian. Give me a couple of names here. I'm thinking like early to mid 20s.
I don't know how old Evan.
Evan's 24, 25, 24. He's 25. He's 20. He's going to be 25. He's a year older than my son.
That's about the only one. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're talking like states and stuff like that, well, that's about the only one I could think of. But if you're talking Canada, you're talking like Ryan Cox and like other couple young guys like that. So,
but I would say, but here's the thing: like with Ryan's a hell of a bowler.
As a 500, right?
Was it 500 that he had? He had back-to-back 190s. I mean, that was pretty impressive. I don't know as if I consider Ryan an elite bowler yet. Again, another one like Josh Daly, who's young,
well on their way.
and well on their way.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we look at, Calvin, I'm going to use you as an example for, for our Canadian friends. Corey, Matt Harnett,
Nate.
obviously Robbie Henderson back in the day, Nate LeBlanc, elite bowlers because it passes an eye test.
Yeah.
Or I should say my eye test. And my eye test is I'm watching this person bowl and they're fucking good. I mean, there's no other way. There's no other way to say it. They're good.
It's like it is with anything else. If you're a part of the community and and you're passionate about it, you can pick out the things that people do that make them as good as they are. Because it's different things for different people. You take a guy that throws a big power ball, they're good strike bowlers. If you got guys that you want to pick single pins or make cut shots, some guys have different things they're really good at, and they're not good at the other things. But elite bowlers are good at everything. They make their cut shots. They make, you don't see them have 5 and 6 boxes. You see them have a bad box of 7 because they pick.
Mm-hmm.
You throw the spread eagle, you don't get 5 out of it. You get 9 because you go side to side.
It's an interesting question because you look at some of these other sports. You take baseball. You get a guy that bats 300, and he does it for 2, 3, 4 years, and all of a sudden he's an elite hitter. You get
Ichiro.
Ichiro was amazing, absolutely elite. You get someone like
who's the
Tony
dude?
Gwynn.
Huh?
Tony Gwynn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, who's the guy who could hit who could come back for 5 years and not get a single hit and still average over 300? Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
faced Greg Maddux 30 something times.
Yeah.
In one season, and he only struck out once.
Yeah.
But to me, it's not necessarily the stats. Meaning, if a guy has a 200 string, that's cool. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking hard to get a 200 string. I don't care what anyone says.
Ask Holbrook.
Yeah.
But I know plenty of guys that have a 200 that may not be great bowlers because they had a great string. They got on a roll.
Tim, you can just come flat out and say it says Cheech didn't deserve to be an elite bowler. Is that what you're trying to get at?
I wasn't even thinking of.
I mean, Tim has a 200, and look at Tim. I mean, he's not elite anymore.
No, he's not good at all.
No, I'm terrible. And as long as people keep thinking that, I'm good. I'm happy. Just keep
Tim's
thinking I'm not
awful.
good. Yep.
Go back and watch that last Pro Series again.
Just keep thinking about the last Pro Series in Whitensville, please. That's what I want people to
Tim's
think
still
of
thinking about it.
No, actually, I moved on. I finally bowled.
Still having nightmares about it.
Nope. I moved on. I didn't throw my bowling balls out. I finally had a good series. I moved on, so we're good. It's your stats combined with the eye test combined with an extended period of time, I think makes an elite bowler. There people that I don't necessarily want to see them, meaning I've got 2 boxes left. How do I word that? Because it's going to sound conceited, but I don't care who I bowl against. I want to bowl against Surratt and Baker and Calvin and Corey and Harnett and all these guys with 2 boxes left, because I want to test myself against the best. But when you take a look at some of these young guys, I watch McGinty and I watch Daly. Those are the 2 that I keep bringing up because those are the 2 that I watch the most because we're teammates. So I watch them. They're quickly becoming really damn good. You don't want to see these guys in the last 2 boxes.
Well, McGinty did it in the Sunday once a month. He threw a double and won a string in the last box.
Yeah. I mean, that's fun. That's fun when you see guys do that. You do it over an extended period of time, and I keep bringing that phrase up, that 2, 3, 4 years. I think then you start talking elite.
When you become elite, when it doesn't surprise people anymore. Like, oh, so and so threw a double and won a string. Yeah, okay. What else is new? Like, that's a weird way to say it, but it's almost when people aren't calling you elite and they're just like, oh, that's what he does, like, or she does, like. That's when you kind of figure, okay, well, yeah, they're pretty fucking good.
I don't have any other questions. Do we want to jump into some of the nationals stuff, or do we want to save? Do we want to save that to next Monday?
Next week?
Well, we were going to do one anyway, weren't we?
We could always announce the rosters.
Let's run through the rosters real quick, and then we can go over match schedule next week because we'll have it.
And then we can we'll do some predictions.
Yeah, we'll do predictions.
Are you guys all going to be in the same room next week?
No.
Tim and I were staying at the same hotel, and he's like, "Hey, stay here with me. It's cheap." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I booked it, and it was non-refundable. But I'm like, "Hey, you know what? It's fine." And then Tim backed out, so now I'm by myself.
Who backed out?
You did.
Who did?
You, Timothy.
I did not, because I did not book the room. My wife is the one that backed out.
Oh, God.
Good Lord.
Hey, Calvin, did you hear that? Wait,
I'm sorry.
Thump. Did you hear that? That's the bus hitting Angie that Tim's driving.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you want me to go through the rosters that we currently have?
Run through the rosters real quick. Yep.
Okay. Right now I have 15 teams rosters. We are missing Jason Kaler's out of Oakland Park. We are missing Dom Drake's out of I think he's bowling with the Belfast team, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I think. And then there's one other, because I was told 18 teams, so but I have 15. So we'll go with these ones right now. Lucky Strike. We have Eric Pelletier, Jeff Surratt. Oh, by the way, Calvin, great response on Frushy's post.
Thank you. I thought about that.
I literally laughed out loud when I read that. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
So Eric Pelletier, Jeff Surratt, Dave Barber, Nick Zuffaletto, otherwise known as Frushy, Sean Baker, Sean McKinley, Chris Bovair, Dave Godwin. Pretty much the same roster that it's been the last X amount of years. No Boudreaux, he's teaching. So they picked up Freshie.
They got Freshie instead.
Yeah. I don't know if it's I don't know.
Well, he's right.
Hashtag ABL.
Hashtag ABL.
No, Tim, well, he's right-handed.
We have...
Right, Calvin?
Yeah, sure.
We have the Hatchet Men, which is Dave Chestercove, Harry Potter, Rich Lamone. By the way, Harry Potter is Chris Winiar's.
Winners!
Aaron Fontaine. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Sorry, Aaron. John Blaze, Mike Kane, Peter Pereira, Al Johnson, and Steve Walsh. We have Academy Lanes, which is Steve Powers, Jake Robichaux, Sonia Johnson, Mario Johnson, Charlie Collins, Mark Strangio, Nick Norcross, Corey Packard, Brian Fuller Jr. We have Fenway Academy, which is Joe Smith, Jason Doucette, Jumbo Jim Ayotte, Tim Jalbert, Tony Pastor, Jay Simino, Norm Pelletier, Brian Crowell, Glennis McKinley, and Dan Allard. Team USA, Team USA. Jeff Walsh, Mark Ritchie, Larry Doucette, Kevin Padgington, Sean Sears, Tim Hessart, Aaron Halbadell. We have Last Chance Auto. I'm sorry. We missed one on Team USA.
Oh, yeah.
Big Booty Brian.
I
Brian
know. I
Evan.
made a roster. Look at that. All right. So goal 1 is Matt make a roster. Goal 2 is now make Calvin sheet.
Actually, goal
Man.
2 should be see the lanes.
No, I got to make
No.
Calvin sheet, and then I have a reason to bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We have Last Chance Auto. That is
Team.
Harold Brown, Dave Gilbert, Kai Hunt, Scott Soroyce, Zach Skinner, Aaron Basford, DJ Fry, and Tom Pelkey.
I'll make a big booty section, and you can make it.
I'm not beating Freshie
No.
or Harnett.
We have, well, you will beat Harnett.
Yeah, Harnett's
He won't
no,
be there.
no, come on. He's still going to win.
You-
He'll still get high average, and he wouldn't even be there.
He's got the man bun and the man butt.
We have Crazy Leaves, and that would be Brian Fournier, Tim Douglas, Scott Douglas, Dennis Green, Mike Erickson, Mike Nardone, Chris Parkinson, Eric Seeger, and Rob Lenahan. We have Price's Wood Flooring. We have Nate Lees, Lori Lewis, or should I say Lori Lees and Nate Lewis? Either one.
Aww, so cute.
So cute.
So cute.
Making his way from Florida, TJ DiPietro. We have Steve Latch, Evan Riva, Tim Matero, Cole Fry, Mike McGinty, Josh Daly, and Billy Bloom.
Whew. That team's gonna be rough.
Yep, that will be rough. We have Candlepins for Cancer. We have
You guys
Aaron.
are gonna have Josh Daly anchor.
Lori's going to be bowling anchor most of the week.
Oh yeah, Nate's running the lineup. Never mind. Yeah, Lori will be anchor all week.
We have Candlepins for Cancer is Aaron St. Cyr, Fernando Gaterna, Steve Spingola, Dan Gothier, Det Klein, Dean Sullivan, Tina Ward, Steve Reno Sr., and Brendan O'Dowd. We have your massholes. Chuck DeRozier, Josh Rio, Pell. Josh Rio. Matt Susi, Nick Leach, Austin Barnes, Peter Crawford, Joey Lister, Matt Nichols.
Is Nick bowling?
Is who?
Is Nick bowling? Nick
I
Leach?
don't know.
I haven't seen Nick at any of the once a months.
He's on the roster.
Okay.
We have TBD Bolarama. Scott LaPierre, Jason Sparks, Will Damon, Jeff LaPierre, OJ Martin, Brian Heffernan, Corey Cooper, Mark Smith, Jerry Newport Jr., and Jerry Newport III. Universal Studios, we have Corrado Pani, Stephen Boat, Lou Gacharna, Rich Grassi, Tony Iannuzzi, Peter Penny, Jeff Fields, Justin Scally, Jim Hunter.
There's a lot of vowels that end names on that team.
Team Vowel.
Team AEIOU.
Wow.
We have New England Florin and Backsplashes. We have Kevin Davis, Brandon Marks, Ed Woodside, Dan Leggy, Steve Reno Jr., Michael Kustak, Dennis Nuzzo, Wayne Springfield, and Dave Mellahan. We have Jackson Strong, Matt Corbo, Mark Carrier, Brian Purdy, Chris Merrill, Doug Smith, DJ Trask, Joe Duda, Matt Huff, Kobe Carrier, Mark Weber.
Team
And
never gonna make playoffs.
Jesus.
Wow.
Wow. I did not say that.
That is the King of the North's opinion.
That is the King of the North's opinion, and he does not represent Ripping
Was
the
I
Rack
not
podcast
muted?
on that one.
Was I not muted? Oh crap! Shoot. Darn.
So, Maria Sub. we have Richie Myrick, Chris Harris, Brian Mayer, Bob Whitcomb, Craig Holbrook, Johnny Winchell, and Cody Winchell making his world's debut.
Nationals. Excuse
Sorry.
me. Watch your tongue.
Sorry, Corey Smith. That's Nationals. I do not have the roster for Jason Kaler's team, but I believe it's Jason Kaler.
Jason Kaler?
No, it's Jason
Rich Beveridge Jr.
Rick Beveridge Jr.
My dad.
Whoever my dad is.
Ray Athern.
Thank you. Ray
Met my dad
Athern,
before.
Eric Denault, Craig Irvin,
Natty McBride.
Natty McBride, Steve Willis.
I don't know if Steve's going or not.
Okay.
Brian is on the roster, but I don't think
I
he'll
don't know.
bowl
I don't
for
think
medical reasons. But
Yeah.
he's going.
And I feel like we're missing another 5 or 6 people from that team for
Well,
some reason.
They're older, so they're only bowling. Some of them are only bowling one match a day.
Yeah. And of course, we're missing Dom Drake's team, which comprises, the last I knew, I believe it's with some of the Belfast bowlers. Is Dennis bowling with Oakland
Dennis
Park?
is bowling with Oakland Park. Yes.
Okay.
I believe.
All right. Dennis
Unless
Watford.
something changed.
Yeah. Okay. The only 3 that I know on the Belfast team is Paul Dyer and Lou Dyer and Dom Drake. I don't know who else they have. I had heard rumors that they were picking up Chip Carson and Sean Morrison. I don't know if that's true. I know Chip is bowling again, but I don't know if they're going.
Would be interesting to see.
Yeah. So therein lies the rosters that we have. Hopefully, we will have a full roster rundown. We'll do some pick'ems. We'll kind of talk about the. Hopefully, we can have the national singles results next Monday.
We start taping at 9, so they might be done by then.
Well, hopefully, we start taping at 9. This is all.
Yeah, it depends
Marky
how long the
dependent.
captain's meeting goes.
And the captain's meeting.
Yeah.
And food. Because we need food.
So the three of you.
Need food.
So the 3 of you are going to be doing the podcast at 2:00 in the morning, and I'll be in bed. Is what you're saying?
At 3. No, you can wake up to go to work and just do your podcast to help slow things down.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we have a schedule of events? Is it essentially the same thing?
It is.
Because I know people are asking.
Correct.
Like,
So,
I mean, there's 3 people who listen to this, but that 3 people could help.
And one
Sunday.
of them thinks it sucks.
Yeah.
Sunday night will be the poker tournament.
Poker game?
They will have that at Leda Lanes, from my understanding.
Yes.
Check Candlepin Chat out for more information, but I believe it's like 6:00 Sunday evening at Leda Lanes.
$60 buy-in, I believe.
Something like that, I think. Monday will be the singles.
What time?
I believe it's 10 a.m. I think that's
10 a.m.
the standard time that it normally
Registration
is.
starts at 9:30. But the lanes will be on at 9, I believe.
Okay. And for those curious about being able to watch, come down.
This is
watch.
really cool. But listen to this.
The really cool thing is what they've done is they have installed iPads, tablets, whatever it is, coming from the ceilings, so you can actually follow along on Facebook. You just got to search for Leda Lanes streaming. I think it's streaming like 19 through 23, and then 24 through 30, and 31 through 36.
6 lanes at a time, yeah.
You can literally be able to watch and see. You won't be able to see scores. They will do their best to have those posted shortly thereafter each round is over.
Keep score at home. It's like keeping the scorecard in baseball.
Yep.
Get out a sheet. Keep score.
I wish I had sheets at my disposal. That'd be awesome. I'd keep score all the time.
I know that they that Leda has done a ton of work over the last several months. Lexi and the staff there have put countless hours in already to hopefully ensure that scoring is up, that the pin action is good. All new sidewalls, which is not a inexpensive endeavor alone, just
Not
that
at
alone. But all new sidewalls, lanes have been redone. I believe the pits, and then I don't know if the new pins were delivered or not, but from my understanding, they have gone through and taken out all the broken pins and have replaced them from other lanes that either A, they're not going to use, or that they have available to them to ensure, again, that pinfall is as close to accurate as you can get it.
Very exciting. This is going to be a good week, I have a feeling.
I hope so. I think so. It's I miss my Canadian friends, so I wish they were coming down. I think I have like 2 of them up there, so I miss
Are they having the 560?
No.
No? Is DF having their 560?
I don't know.
I think we could do that.
Fairlanes is now not opening until January.
Okay, so they could still have a 560 because it's in February.
Yeah. I guess.
Or there's the DF 560. I've never bowled there. I just want to go Canada.
Man, you can come to Canada anytime as of November 8th. Anytime you want. There's a bed here for you.
I like it.
I thought it was open now. Or is
I thought it was November 8th.
I thought it was November 1st.
Oh, maybe it's November 1st. Maybe I'm a week ahead.
We'll find out.
So that is that's our show for this week. I don't really have anything because the show sucks. So
where can they listen to us be terrible or send their
that's right. Let's end this. Let's end this correctly.
About being sucky.
Folks, we really need your questions, your comments, your concerns. If we are not very good, please give us your feedback. Tell us why it's not very good, why we may suck, things like that.
Just right, Calvin, we understand.
We get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can reach us at rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at Ripping the Rack Podcast. You can find Big Booty Brian at his OnlyFans, Big Booty Brian. You can find that there. BBB. Other than that, Brian, where else can they watch us or hear us?
Well, Tim, they can watch or hear us on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and wherever else you listen to your podcasts daily.
Brian, that was very good, and that was not ridiculous at all. Like me.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
We're all proud of Brian.
Yeah, absolutely.
So coming next week,
my wife says I'm special.
On site.
Somebody's gotta.
We'll be on site.
Why are you
Dude, quit pulling cat hair out of your mouth.
I had cat hair.
Stop licking the pussies.
I had cat hair.
Stop.
I don't even know where I got the cat hair from, but
stop. Dude, stop.
We gotta end this train wreck. Come on, Tim. End the train wreck. Take it home.
Take it home, buddy.
All right, everybody. Have a good week from the suckiest podcast in the suckiest of sucks that ever sucked.
We appreciate your we appreciate you. Potato? Stir that potato.
Oh,
that's how we get kicked off. That's how